Metro Drive, guys. So this was on my mind. I've been thinking about this a lot. We had one of our old members come and sign back up with us, Sam Goddard, and he's a Jiu-Jitsu, like at its core. Like he thinks about it, like, and you can just tell his passion for it. And long story short, he worked for himself, owned his own yoga studio, ended up selling it, and ended up working out for someone else. And he's like, man, I can't wait to get back, like, to just doing things on my own. He's like, I just got that. I've got that itch. And I was just talking with him a little bit about how, like, I kind of flip-flopped. Like, I started at 19, I worked for myself, up until 23, 24. Worked for myself till then, and then I was a subcontractor, but technically, like, I was a subcontractor, kind of on the chain of another construction company, and dude, I didn't really dig that. It was fine because it was a real close friend, but it just really wasn't like, I don't know, man. I like being the one who makes the rules a little bit, but maybe that's my a little bit rebellious attitude, I guess. All entrepreneurs are a little rebellious, but here's the point. The point is, I could have been like, screw this, can't wait to fly the coop, and that was not the case. In fact, I was just reminiscing on the amount of skills that I gained through that opportunity of trying to suck every ounce of the people around me. Again, like, I knew I had a lot of skills. I had a lot of personable skills, sales skills, people skills, talking skills. And they, like, when they signed me on, they're like, look, bro, we need a field installer. That's what we need. And I was like, well, I gotta provide for my family, so let's do it. Like, I'm not, beggars can't be choosers type deal, right? And so we did it. And so, like, I knew in a lot of areas, I knew more than some of those guys. But in a lot of areas, those guys knew a lot more than me. And so rather than, trying to flaunt whatever I knew, I just put on the student hat, and let's see what we got. And so I learned. I went from being an apprentice to lead to training others, then eventually worked my way up to kind of admin, estimating, just in time to open Metro. But those skills, like anyone else, they could be like, oh, screw that, like, I don't like it here, whatever. You never know what's, like, always look to build your skills and time things well, because the skills I gained through that opportunity, and I was able to use in the build out of Metro, and still use to Metro, and even personal projects. Man, I was able. I mean, the fundamentals of, we did the flooring. I think it saved us thousands of dollars on the flooring, walls, doors. The contacts, just stupid amounts of value added. And so if you're always looking to improve your skills and make the most of any situation, that doesn't mean that you don't have plans past that. Like Coach Muhammad and I talked about goals or whatever, but sometimes you just got to do what you have to do until you can do what you want to do. And that's just the reality of it. So make the most of it. And I might add this. Add the most value to, if you're working for someone and you want to, add the absolute most value to them that you can. Treat that business like it's your own. Turn the frickin' lights off when you leave the room. Like, try to, like, stop waste. Don't leave the place dirty. Act like you own the place and how you take care of it, and they're going to pick up on that every time, and they're going to see that value for it. And more often than not, I'm not going to say every time, because there are some terrible employers out there, but they're going to see that extra effort, and they're going to be like, yo, okay, I see. And then, and then they're going to see you versus the guy who, company makes $1, I make a dime. That's why, like, they're going to see that attitude, and they're going to be like, whatever. That's the dude. He's going the extra mile. He's taking the extra time and, putting forth the extra effort, and he's actually concerned about my company, so I'm going to be a little bit concerned about him. And that's just the way that works. So those are my thoughts, guys. Metro Jiu-Jitsu, Metro Drive. Make the most of your opportunities. Learn what you can. Always be a student. Soak up, because you never know when you're going to use those skills. If you're always trying to learn and benefit from that, then, this is America, right? tons of opportunity. You never know when you're going to use it. So, guys, Coach David with Metro Jiu-Jitsu. As always, I will see you on the mats.